yeah,
put my
totally.
phone on
This is
silent.
happening.
reals,
This
for
is happening.
reals.
Hello! Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Pretty Little Liars after show here on the Stream.tv Fan Show Network. We're live from Hollywood. I feel like I didn't get a chance to fix my hair. Stressing me out a
we
little
always
bit.
do.
We always do
Cute.
this.
We all look really cute.
You guys, it's the
Okay.
Pretty Little Liars Award.
You guys, I just tried to go, woo, but nothing came out.
Sexy voice.
It's my sexy voice, okay? I'm getting
I
over
love
a cold.
it. I love it.
Good.
You guys, we are super excited. Thank you so much to everybody who voted. We got a lot of votes, which is awesome.
And I'm really shocked at the results of the votes. I was like freaking out earlier today because like I don't agree with some of them, but I guess we'll get to it all.
Well, you guys are gonna hear all of our insight and opinions, and I'm really excited about it. Over here, I got Ashley Bova. Just feeling a little
I'm feeling sassy today,
a little
guys. So you're
spicy
not
over
gonna
here.
get offended.
Over here, I got Megan and Stephanie.
Hello, guys.
And of course, I'm Sinead, and we are super excited. So let's get started. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't have my camera open.
did.
I wasn't about to take a selfie. Yeah, no, of course not. All right, so our first category, if you guys remember, was Best Season 6A Scene. There were a lot, but the winner had to be, and I'm so happy about this, you guys, the PLL moms drinking their troubles away. And that, of course, happened in the season finale, season 6A finale. I loved that. Loved that.
Yeah.
scene.
It was the best scene. It was so good.
I mean, wait, what do you want?
Is she gonna throw shade? Are you throwing
No,
shade?
I
She was
mean,
like,
yeah. You guys, no, yeah, go. I mean, come on.
Okay, it was a great scene. We never get to see the PLL moms together. You know, we're always seeing everyone else going off, like trying to figure out who A is, and the moms were finally in it to win it, and I freaking loved it. But you're gonna throw shade, Mova, so go for it.
You guys, I'm
Go
in a
for
bad mood today. Like, I love that scene. I think it was adorable. Like, it was cute. Like, oh, we're friends. Now our moms are friends. Cute. But like, as another nominee or whatever, Clark as a cop was huge.
It really
We
was.
all freaked out when we saw that. We literally were like, oh my gosh, oh, So,
and he
that
wasn't
was
even
my
a runner-up.
personal
He
favorite.
wasn't even a runner-up.
I
in
know,
this.
he got like, what, 3% or something ridiculous?
You got, by the way, guys, we have all the percentages.
Yeah.
Exact
That's why we're
percentages
staring at our phones.
on our phone, and it
I know, we're like,
tells us
what?
who won by a landslide, who just barely made the cut, and then we
Yeah.
have one
Yeah.
almost tie coming up.
PLL moms
Teaser.
were pretty much a landslide.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
second one was
Yeah.
Bethany Young kills Marion Kavanaugh,
I
which was
have to agree with
a
that
huge
runner-up.
OMG moment.
Yeah.
That was like really crazy.
Because that's something that we've been waiting to see for how many years now. So it was
Yeah.
cool to finally see what actually happened. But Clark
They
Scott,
had to
man.
have, that one had to have won because you're right. It's so unique.
Yeah.
And it was hysterical. Like, it was just so funny. And I feel like leading up to that moment, it was super intense. And we all were like relieved almost that we
Right,
could laugh
right.
along with them. So, yes, of
Totally.
course. I agree. I'm in full support.
hi,
Totes.
hi.
Okay, so our second category was most effed up character, lots of effed up characters, but we had Cece Drake, Bethany Young, Kenneth De Laurentiis, and Leslie Stone. And the winner was, you guys chose Bethany Young. I have to agree.
You do? I didn't because I
Yeah.
was like, obviously A is the craziest, like
Right.
most psycho effed up character, right? But I guess not. Bethany Young.
It's a pretty
For
close.
the
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
close call between
It is.
Oh, it's
and
actually by like a
Bethany.
point.
Yeah.
Oh
Totally
wait,
by
did
a
Tana
point.
Cece? Oh.
It's so
Almost
close.
tied with Cece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Cece's A. How could you not win? But that scene we got to see in the finale with Bethany Young pushing,
Yes.
like, that was insane.
Well, I think that's it. You know, obviously it was a shock to find out Cece was A. But to be honest, I think I may have been a little bit more shocked about Bethany Young in that
Seriously.
scene.
Yeah.
I want to see Bethany Young grown up, whether or not she's dead. I want to like see what actress they're gonna have play Psycho Bethany Young if she's not dead.
They have
True.
to show that night, right?
I think they do.
have to go
They-
back to
And I
night.
think we need her to be alive because that's way more interesting. Let's be real. All right, coming up on number 3, most likely to hold even more secrets after the time jump, and the nominees were Cece, Sarah, Allie, Mona, and you guys said by 46.7% that Sarah. Sarah's most likely to have the most secrets. Once again, you guys, I still think that should also be Cece. Apparently, I just want
Right.
Cece to win all the categories.
I think the reason why, I mean, I also chose Sarah, and I think the reason why is because we want more answers from Marlene as to why
Right.
Sarah
Yeah.
is significant.
Like,
her
we got-
being
yeah.
Black
Besides
Veil,
her being like
red
every
coat.
character in the show.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, this bitch just came into the show like, you
And
know,
took all
a
the
few
characters.
weeks ago, and now she's everybody.
I mean, what else?
She
Could
just became like half of the most important people in the cast.
what else could she be hiding though?
that she's
I
a
mean,
boy.
I know, I was gonna say that.
I mean, maybe.
I read a spoiler.
Oh no.
I read a
On
spoiler.
Reddit, where?
Okay, so spoiler alert. Mute if you do not want to hear it because I really want to
because
know.
it's probably not true.
It's probably not
It's probably
true.
not true. But I did read somewhere, and I wish I could remember where, that Sarah might be Arya's sister.
Oh, that's terrible.
I
That is
love
the
it.
most. That is not real.
I'm just
No,
trying to
I
think,
love
like,
it.
what would be the implications of that?
Well, because remember that scene that you were talking about?
No, but like,
Right.
what would, like, how would it change? Wait, what scene?
I've never seen Sinead make that expression in her life. She
It's
goes,
been a really
and then
long
no.
day. It's been a really long day. And now I'm trying so hard to like put my mind back in the moment I found out that Sarah Harvey was the Black Widow and Redcoat. And I remember being so freaking pissed off,
Yeah.
being like, what? Like, this did
Yeah.
not just happen. And now I'm revisiting it, so I
You
don't
need
know.
a minute. You need a minute.
I know what you mean. I was thinking, I was like, should I rewatch last week's episode before I come in today?
Right.
Just because it happened a while ago.
Right.
But I remember I liked that, you guys, because now we know, right? Let's take our heads back for a second. We do know that Sarah was trying to protect the girls. Remember? Because that's when they were gonna, when
That's
A
true.
was gonna blow up their whole place, and Sarah was like, trying
like,
to help them.
I mean-
I'm trying to protect you.
I mean, like half-ass protect. Like half-ass protect. Like it's like you
hell
do
was
one
that?
bad
It was
thing.
my-
I'm trying to protect you.
That was my rendition of
I
Sarah
mean,
Harvey.
I don't know. I think I'm
I
not.
can't stand her.
Yeah, I can't
like,
either.
Let's be real.
She's
Let's
growing
be
on me.
real.
She's growing on me.
You haven't
I
really
mean,
seen her in like
She's
a month.
growing on. She was growing on me at the end of the season, and then she started getting all like, which side is she on? And then she's getting prettier, and all of a sudden I'm just like, I want to look forward to scenes that you're in. Can we move on, please? Thank you.
Next category is liar most likely to be a wifey after the time jump. All right, the nominees were Spencer, Arya, Emily, Hannah, and other. And Hannah was the winner. I mean, yeah,
By a
it kinda
freaking
makes sense.
landslide, yo.
Yeah.
77% of you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would have either chosen Hannah or Spencer, but I feel like Spencer would wait till she graduated. Hannah's kind of like a rebel. She's like, oh, I want to be married young, yeah.
I
You
feel
know,
like
like my hacker boyfriend.
Everybody actually cheated on this question because of the
preview.
promo. Yeah.
What?
And you know
So
what?
watch
The
us all be
promo
wrong.
Yeah.
For season 6B, Hannah is clearly got a bun in the oven.
No, I don't believe that.
Or like,
Yeah.
was it a
I
bun
don't
in the
think
oven?
so
It was like
either.
her marriage
I
or
think-
something.
I
No,
think
she
Marlene.
looked pregnant in the
Is
promo.
that it? Okay.
I don't-
And also, she posted a picture on Instagram a couple months ago of her wearing a baby bump, and Caleb was like,
No,
pushing
Marlene
it.
said
Kylie
no.
Blackburn.
Marlene
She
said
said
No, I don't think she was
Marlene
wearing it.
said.
I don't think she was wearing a baby bump. I heard that they had just had like lunch or something.
Yeah.
She had like a food
Yeah.
bumpy.
Oh
We
my
all,
God,
I
she
get
would
those like
be-
every day. I have
she
one
would
right
be
now.
My absolute hero if that was the case. I have a serious food bump right now, but no.
You
for
guys, you
real
can give
though,
yourself a food bump if you just poof your stomach
Yeah,
out. You can
exactly.
make yourself look all.
Girl, I don't have to
preggers.
poof it out.
Oh, like,
it's
I mean,
just there.
I think that
You guys
honestly,
get it.
I
You've
think
done it
that
before.
Honestly, the reason why Hannah, I believe it too. Like, that's who I chose as well, because in that last episode when Caleb's talking to Hannah and telling her like his plans for the future and moving to New York, like they seem the most in love, honestly, and they
Yeah.
seem the most committed and loyal to each other. The rest of them, as much as I love my couples, you really don't know where they're
Right,
going to
yeah.
stand. And Hannah and Caleb kind of like set it up. Like they were like,
Right.
you know, we can kind of speculate that Caleb's
Totally.
going to go work for the government or the CIA or Jason Bourne or whatever, and Hannah's going to move to New York and they're going to be live happily ever after.
I think I totally agree, but like they just kind of had. I mean, every couple this last season had a rough patch, and they just had a rough patch. like, word of advice, don't get married if you just had a rough patch. Like, I don't think it's
5 years
5
later.
years. There's a lot of stuff that can happen in 5 years.
I
guys.
completely forgot about that.
They just
If you had a rough patch 5 years
It's
ago,
like, will you
marriage
marry
is
me?
off
She's
the
like,
table.
well, Caleb, remember at the end of season 6? We were having a rough patch, and
I mean, if you're having problems before marriage, like, why even get married? You're so young.
you're
God,
so
you got-
young.
With all the, like, this is total sidetrack for a second, but all the Hollywood breakups this summer, everyone is talking about, like, are people getting married too soon and stuff? And now I'm like,
Oh,
gosh,
yeah,
is that
divorce rate's
true?
really
Once
high.
you break up and if you make up, does that mean you shouldn't be
That's
getting
what I
married
just need to
them?
keep telling my family. Like, I am trying to stand up against
Against divorce.
yeah,
Yeah,
against
I get it,
divorce by
yeah.
being single as
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Most likely to be found guilty of killing Mrs. D. This is a really good one, you guys. The nominees were Kenneth De Laurentiis, Sarah, Jason, Peter Hastings, and then you also had the choice to choose none of the above. But Mr. D wins, not by as much as I thought. I thought he was going to dominate this one. And I don't know if I technically agree with that, but by 48%, you guys think that Mr. D killed his wife.
I mean, I don't know.
So
What was the
creepy.
second? And then the next one down is
Sarah. Oh no, Peter Hastings.
I
Peter
kind of
Hastings.
feel that one more.
Yeah, I feel that
agree.
one more.
I think
Yeah.
it's probably Peter.
And then
What if he's the
Sarah,
dad?
and then Jason.
It could be Kenneth, but
No,
What if Peter is the father of
Cece.
Cece?
yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's very possible.
It's very possible because Peter is the father of Jason, and like Allie's younger than both Jason and Cece.
I need a
I
refresh.
need to go
I know, I need
open
to
my
refresh
computer and look
too.
up all my notes.
but
and
they're
also
similar.
remember when Spencer kept saying like, I feel like I know this person, I feel like I know this person. Like, why did we ever get clarity on
Well,
that?
I guess that her dad, I mean, in some way she's still connected, like regardless of Peter Hastings being the father of Cece.
but not by blood.
Not
you
by
know?
blood, but in some
Yeah, in some,
confusing way.
yeah, totally. But she made it seem like she had like seen this. She's like, you know,
Yeah.
like when you grow up with someone or you haven't seen someone in a while.
Right.
It just seems a little weird to me that Spencer did have this weird connection with Charles before she knew that Charles was Cece.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
we never talked about. Right?
Totally.
I would
I
love
agree.
if Peter Hastings was the dad. I would love
Me
that.
too. Like,
Yeah.
let's make
We
this
need more. We need more. We
Yeah.
need more
We do.
twists and turns
We do.
and answers. Okay, our next category
And
is
answers.
Best Rosewood Police Officer / Detective.
I love your sexy voice.
Oh my God. These chills. Friends? No, you guys are probably too young. Friends.
I love
Anyways, okay. So we had Tanner, Toby, Lorenzo, and Clark. Okay, so we actually had Toby winning by 34%, but just behind Toby was Tanner at 34.7, and Toby was at 34.8. So they were like neck and neck.
Yeah, that is a 1/10 of a point, you guys. I went to school.
I was just gonna say, dang, girl.
Get it, girl.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I found out Toby was gonna be a cop, I thought it was a little cheese.
A little.
I thought it was real.
It was like a big block of cheddar.
You guys, this is what I'm
real big
So excited to see where you're going with that. A little cheese, you're like some big cheese.
It just didn't come out. It's
I like a big block of cheddar, though.
Big block
It was
of
just
cheddar.
a huge block of Gouda, actually.
There we go.
Yeah,
Like
this
huge
stinky
block of
kind of
cheese.
cheese, the kind of cheese that smells like toes. It was that. It was that one for sure.
Totes.
Okay, you guys, this is what I think about this category. I feel like it's split down the middle because half of the people, or the half that picked Toby, are looking for like hot cop. Who's the hot cop? But then the other half, who picked, or around half, who picked Tanner, are looking for like the best detective work cop. So I get it. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as much as we've hated on Tanner, I think she's probably put the most work towards trying to, solve this case. So I would say that my vote would be for Tanner, but I mean, Toby's my boy.
But we also
Love you, Tobe.
we left off. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt that magical moment.
I was
right
having
there.
a moment, right?
Yeah, that was gold. We left off with the girls speculating that Tanner had actually like deceived them. Remember? They were like, Tanner's probably working with Sarah Harvey. That was like the last thing they said about Tanner in the
Right.
season finale. So it'll be interesting to find out if they were right. If Sarah is this bad person, which some people think she still is, other people think that she was helping the girls. If she is, was she working with Tanner? Like, was Tanner against them this entire time?
I don't think Tanner's against them, and I keep remembering that one scene with Tanner and Allie when they were in the police.
Oh,
yeah.
And then she was just like telling, I think, Allie all about how like your brother Charles doesn't love you, and it was like a priceless scene. I was like, yeah,
It
kill
was
her.
a good
Like,
scene.
It really was.
He is bad.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we all gained a lot of respect for Tanner that night.
Yeah, I think that's why she won, obviously.
Tanner.
Okay. Anyway, so moving on from that, we've got our most badass Rosewood mom. Reminds me of the scene where they're all drinking. But anyway, the nominees are Ashley Marin, Pam Fields, Ella Montgomery, Veronica Hastings. I think this reminded a lot of people of the drinking scene because Veronica Hastings won by 57%, and she was obviously like that really like, let's all go solve this together, guys, one. You know what I mean?
We didn't even need that scene for Mrs. Hastings to have won this category, though, let's be real, because she has terrified me since the show started in 2010. Like, I
also, you
remember
guys-
being like,
Right.
I would be so depressed if she was my mom.
She's also a lawyer, as in like, who do you think is gonna solve this? Obviously, the lawyer of the group.
I
Who's gonna solve the court case?
love Veronica Hastings. I think that she's such like, she expects the best out of her daughter, and she pulls that out of her clearly because Spencer, I mean, besides the fact that she's addicted to drugs sometimes, like works really hard in school and like has the brains, the beauty. So like I love her like leading the crew and like wanting to like get to the bottom of this. Even like the other moms sometimes I think are a little bit too pushy and too friendly towards their daughter. Like be a mom, like like lay the law down.
I mean, she can be a mom all she wants, but she still has a ton of secrets. Remember that scene with all the boxes and like Toby said to them, you guys better go through it because it contains a lot of secrets in there or something like that. And so there's just like a lot. I'm really looking forward to January. Oh my God, this seems so far
it seems
away.
super far away.
You guys, we still have to go through like Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah, but it all
so
happens
excited
like
for 13 days of Halloween.
oh my gosh, me too. It all happens like one after the other, so before you know it, it'll be January. And my birthday's in January too, so.
Perfect. So much to celebrate.
I know, right? Okay. Next category is Fave New Couple, and the nominees were categories. First nominee, Allie and Lorenzo. Emily and Sarah, Aria and Clark, Ezra and Nicole. And the winner is Allie and Lorenzo?
I know.
What are you guys talking
Why?
about? Bless your hearts, but I'm a little bit confused as to like this like winner.
Especially
No.
since they totally broke up and he got all sorts of creepy on her.
Super psycho.
Yeah, you guys voted for You Made Me Soup. Are you serious?
Go get me a water bottle. Like, relax.
Yeah.
But in everyone's defense, I will say this. If you look at the others, like Emily and Sarah, yeah, I guess they were kind of a couple, but like now that we know, obviously Sarah is like totally not who we thought she was.
Yeah.
And then Aria and Clark, never really a couple. And we know Clark was a detective.
He might have fell in love with her after.
He may have. And then Ezra and Nicole, who really knows what's going on with them. So I get where everyone was going with Allie and Lorenzo. They were like actually the only legitimate.
That's true.
Right, that's
couple.
true. But you could have voted for other. You could have
There
voted
was
for
6%
other.
did.
6% of you did.
Yeah.
So let us know who else you guys are thinking
Bravo.
of. I will agree with that, Megan, because that is a tough call. You have to kind of pick the best of those.
Yeah.
But Allie and Lorenzo, can we all agree that they suck?
They suck.
They
I wonder if you ask like PLL Nation who's the best couple out of like the core couples, I wonder what people would say.
Ooh, that's a
gonna be
toughie.
Caleb. I guarantee.
I was gonna say it was
Really?
gonna be Aria and Ezra. Because
Yeah,
it's
but-
not about who's together now, it's just who everyone has like liked the most over
Yeah,
the
it's because they were the first.
I feel like the
They were
Halo
the very
fandom is unreal.
I feel like the
Yeah.
Arya and Ezra
And
fandom is
even the
unreal.
Spoby fandom is unreal too. But obviously,
Let us know in the
Yeah.
comments, guys.
Let us know.
is it my turn?
It's your
think so, girl.
turn.
It is.
All right. The next category is most likely to be the he after Allie. Obviously, we're talking about the promo for season 6B when all the girls run in and Mrs. Rawl.
Oh, whatever that.
We don't know her
cursive
last name.
is.
Yeah.
We know half of it, but
Yeah.
they tell her he's coming for you, and
She's like, oh my God, here we go again. More attention, yes.
wearing the most incredible lipstick I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yes.
I don't
What
remember.
is that
Oh,
color,
yes.
Sasha? Tell me. I need it. It's like perfect.
Or her makeup artist. I mean,
Whatever,
you know.
I need it. Like, I will find that color. Anyways, back to it. The nominees are Kenneth De Laurentiis, Peter Hastings, Jason, and Lorenzo. So, all people who are somehow connected to her family, and then Lorenzo. And the winner is Lorenzo, which is hilarious because we go from saying
Right?
that's the favorite new couple to that favorite new couple also featuring a boyfriend who wants to kill his
Yeah.
girlfriend.
You guys, I feel like the moral of the story is that fans love Lorenzo, which is
No.
not really true.
I
So
think
I
the
don't know
moral
what's
of
up
the
with
story
these
is that
answers.
fans hate Lorenzo.
I know, so I'm
Yes.
confused.
Yeah, I'm
How
really
come he's winning all of our
confused, too.
categories?
He's not a nice character. He's not nice.
He is not nice.
He's
No,
not.
he is
He,
not nice.
he is not nice.
No.
And plus, I thought he was gonna be Kenneth De Laurentiis. Like that was my first instinct.
Wait, what do you mean?
What do you
he's gonna
mean?
be Kenneth?
He.
the he after
The
Alex.
he
Oh,
after Alex.
I was on your page, girl.
Yeah, I thought you meant like
I was
he
like-
as in I thought Lorenzo
Yeah.
was going to be Kenneth. I was like,
We're
Just the slow couch
oh
over
God,
here.
Ashley's lost it. But
He
yeah.
is going to be Kenneth De Laurentiis.
Yeah.
I got it, though. I
But
got it.
we have no idea at this point, like, what happens to Mr. D and Jason.
Yeah.
Like, right? Remember?
I think it was a temporary.
Oh, they are
it was-
dead.
They're like
oh
all
my God.
moaning
I don't
on
think
your
that they're
wall.
dead.
Yeah.
They're
I don't think that they're
dead.
dead. I think it was that temporary weird.
it is.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're not. They're like what?
Whatever happened to Mona
You're
happened
having
to
the
them.
cheese
Yeah.
moment. The cheese,
Yeah,
the gouda.
they are monad. They're monad.
They're
On
monad.
the floor, they're having a Mona moment.
Right.
But yeah, no, so I have no idea because when they wake up, what the hell is going to go down?
I don't
Mr. De
know.
Laurentiis is going to be like, yo, Cece, I am so sorry.
I thought you
And
peeped out
Jason's gonna
a
be like,
long time
Ew,
ago.
I dated you.
Yeah.
Awkward.
You're
Oh my God.
Super gross.
They need to
Super gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
They gotta go
they're
now.
going to like run away because I would be freaking terrified if I were Mr. De Laurentiis. I'd be like, okay, well,
Well,
we
you know,
got this
he's
sorted out.
in his defense. He's not to blame. You know, he didn't know that she.
She hates him.
But like, I know.
And
but,
look what she's done.
But maybe he could have turned around, like gone through some therapy or something, and like turned around.
This
Like
is
he
true.
didn't know that she was alive.
We are coming 5 years later, so they could even have like the greatest relationship at this
Right.
point.
No, but she was in Radley for, I mean, supposedly she didn't die until she was like 16.
Yeah.
Right.
So there was all those years. And Cece even says in the finale, you never came to visit me.
Not even once.
Not even once.
Yeah.
Well, he pretended like she didn't exist, or he at that point
Right.
he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know that Charles became Cece, right?
Right.
Only Mrs.
Right.
D knew that. So he has to come to the realization that one, his son is still alive, and his son has now transitioned into his daughter. Like, I wonder if that will change his perspective too, because it's like that daddy's little girl type of thing. Like, your kid was going through this awful emotional mental breakdown for years, and you had no clue about it, and you didn't even care to go check on them. Like, how
Yeah.
do you ever forgive that?
Super terrible, but
That was really
yeah.
deep, don't you think?
That was super deep.
Thanks, guys.
Soup deep. Okay, are we ready to move on since it was so
Yes.
deep? Okay. And our last category is biggest OMG moment of the finale. Nominees are Cece is Charlotte, aka Charles, aka A. Sarah is Redcoat and Black Widow. Emily punches Sarah, huge moment, and moms are still trapped in the basement. And the winner is Cece is Charlotte. I mean, obviously,
Yes.
guys, that was what we had been waiting 6 years of
Yeah.
our lives
Yeah.
for. But let's see. Oh, yeah, that one won by 39%. But coming in at a close second was Emily punches Sarah. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome moment.
Definitely agree.
I think that something we can gather from all of these results is that a lot of you guys weren't as blown away by the reveal as we all had hoped, right?
But yeah,
I mean, like, because Cece isn't winning left, right, and center in these categories, and the buzz, if I'm being honest about that reveal, has severely died down. Like, it has. Like, people are kind of stopped talking about the big A reveal because I think that after 6 years, we're all smart enough, too, to, like, start putting things together, and we all, at one point, considered Cece being A.
Yeah, but that's the thing, when you have a series that's been going on for so long and it's a murder mystery, we came up with every kind of theory you could possibly come up with. So, like, although I understand that you guys are disappointed, at the same time, you probably would have been disappointed with almost any ending.
If it was Allie, I would have been so satisfied. Like, and it would have, would it have blown your guys' mind?
Yeah,
would you guys have loved that?
I
would have
honestly
freaked
think
out.
Allie might have been the one that would have been.
Everyone would have been like, oh my gosh.
Somebody sent this to me like right after the finale, and it was the four of us on our very first show, talking about theories and whatever. And I was like, you guys, I really think that Cece's related to Allie. And every single person on the couch was like, totally, 100%. And I was like, oh my God, we are so smart. I totally forgot we even said that, but that just shows that, like, that was our first show, okay? Like, that was before we even had, like, any of you guys to talk to about all of this. Like, so we at some point have all thought it, and obviously you guys have too, and some people have been sticking to the Cece is A thing, like, guns blazing.
Well, and also I think it was just weird timing. Like, that theory is actually really good. It's the only thing I don't like about it is that Cece and Jason dated. That needed to be fixed. But that's the only really flaw. But it's unfortunate, I think, with the timing of the reveal, because with everything going on in the trans community, you know, Becoming Us coming out, and Caitlyn Jenner, it was almost like we had been introduced to this, and we had been seeing it in the media for a while, that when we found out Cece was A, it wasn't as big of a shocker, because we were like, okay.
Which I guess in a way is a good thing. Like, we shouldn't be completely
that's true.
away about.
Oh my gosh, this
that's
is really,
true.
I love this.
Right? Like, I mean, it is true.
It's true.
But then that also did get slightly controversial. That also then opened up the door for a lot of people online saying that this was a gimmick and that this was part of this trend that we've been seeing. I don't think transgender is a trend, you guys. Like, I think that's a terrible thing to say. But I can understand that as a PLL nation, people are upset that it's like, of all the things, this is something that, like, like you said, we've already been introduced to. Whether or not they've had this theory from the beginning, in my opinion, they haven't. There are things that just don't add up, like Jason and Cece dating and all that stuff. Regardless of everything else happening in the media, there are things that specifically relating to PLL and the timeline of events just don't make sense to me, and that's why I was personally like,
And the biggest, I think, is probably them dating.
Yeah.
With Jason, like, now you don't really feel bad. I mean, you feel bad for A in a sense, but, like, Jason's gonna be like, what the hell? Like, that doesn't really make sense.
The only way it would work for me is if, okay, they maybe have siblings, because we already know Jason is the product of Peter. It would only make sense if Mrs. D wasn't Jason's dad either. I mean, mom.
Yeah.
But it would still be gross, because Cece would still think that she was related to him.
Well, that's what, like, I wish they would have said that. Like, they could have said that. Like, they could have made us.
the writing room.
They could have 100% been like, and Cece could have known that whole time, you know, and then been like, oh, by the way, yeah, we actually have different fathers. Like, that could have been fine. And then we would have been like, oh.
But, I mean, at the same time, the finale was so, like a ton of information was in the finale that if something else happened, we would have been like, come on, like, how much information can we take in at once? That would have been a great twist, though, but having that all at once, I'm not really sure how that would really work.
Is it weird that I keep thinking, like, I'm thinking about the show, but at the same time, I'm thinking how you guys said that it wasn't, since we're kind of, like, desensitized to the whole transgender, like, way of life.
Yeah.
We're not like that shocked by it anymore, but now I'm thinking, I'm like, so someday we're gonna have kids who, like, they don't even think that's a big deal. Just like we don't really think, like, lesbian, gay, like, I'm completely, like, that seems like everyday life.
Which, you know,
so now I'm like,
you
what?
watch
But this
videos of people freaking out about that kind of stuff, like in the 80s and the 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
So now I'm thinking, though, think about our future kids, you guys.
Yeah.
what is it that's like a way of life that they're gonna think is weird? Because I'm like,
Dating
don't we know
aliens.
everything? Dating what?
Dating aliens.
Summer and Cameron cannot date aliens.
I don't know, man.
Summer and Cameron.
It just took me like a hot minute to realize like what the hell you were talking about. But are those your future kids' names?
Yeah, don't you guys have like your
Oh.
future kids names
yes,
right now?
yes, we do.
No, but I think
I
it's
know you
beautiful.
guys
I hope
do.
that
I'm
by the
wondering.
time we all
I
have
know.
children, that there's no controversy
I
and
know,
everything
what's
is
left, you
peaceful.
guys?
There's gonna be nothing left. It's gonna be great.
But there is
Everyone's
water
gonna love
on
each other.
Mars, so
There is water on Mars, so just keep that in mind. All right, guys, we should.
At the exact same time as the freaking movie, what's that movie called with
The
Matt
Martian.
Damon?
The Martian.
Like, talk
heard
about
it's
good
really good.
promotion. You're welcome, The Martian.
yeah. Oh my gosh, I wonder
Right?
if that's a publicity
Totally.
stunt.
Anyways,
Probably
next week on National Geographic, this after show has taken a very, very weird sharp turn.
She got real.
But honestly, you guys, I'm really happy we did this because it's kind of nice to see where your heads are where your heads are all at a couple weeks after that reveal, you know? And it's
right.
like we have to band together. I'm serious right now. I'm so sad when I go online and I see hate towards PLL because
And Marlene.
yeah,
Yeah,
because whether you
seriously.
like the finale or not, and whether you're still complaining the finale or not, like, we love your passion, but remember, the show has been a huge part of our lives for 6 years, and for good reason. And so has Marlene, and without her and without PLL, we would not even be here tonight.
Right.
We wouldn't have something to gush over every single week, and we would not have an Ezra Fitz, and that's what's most important.
Right. Oh my gosh.
honestly.
And like
talking about the new season, have you guys seen the pictures of the girls? Like, I think I just saw it online
So
today. So hot. So don't doubt that they're not
No.
going to bring it when
Yeah,
they come
they're
back.
gonna bring
They're
it.
gonna bring
Bring
it.
it. They're gonna
and
bring
look
it.
so hot.
So if you need some motivation, go check it out and obviously tweet all of us online. Hashtag PLLAS. Let us know what you think of the winners tonight. And if you guys have any other winners that you would have chosen, or if you did choose other winners, let us know that as well. And we will see you guys back here soon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are
should
we
we do
doing
it?
our
Yeah, let's do
countdown?
it.
Sure.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, this is for you.
I love it.
That was
freaking love it.
Oh my God.
I didn't see any of this coming. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah?
I was like,
Like, kill him. Kill him. Definitely kill him. We're cool.
shade. Just shade left and right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, let's put your 2 cents in.
Rubbed me the wrong way in the right way.
But you were like, well, we want to know what's gonna happen.
That was cute.
We just want to say we love you all. Thank you so much for your support. You are all seriously the best in the world. and we
Another
appreciate
beautiful
you so
summer
much.
at the stream.tv, y'all.
Here we go, guys.
Thank you for being here. Peace out.
Bye, guys.